In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how much you need to spend in solar ads to get your lead gen right. Coming up. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again to the channel. My name's Ivan, and I own a solar growth marketing agency. We specialize in solar growth and lead generation, as well as solar sales. So the content on this channel is predominantly lead generation and sales oriented. Okay, so if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do by smashing the button down below or clicking this thing right here. All right, so on this video, there's a lot of people that ask this question, and I just want to be as transparent as possible. I'm not the guy usually who would beat around the bush about how many deals you could sell and stuff like that. I'm gonna give you what's realistic, okay? Because there's a lot of people that are thinking about going into lead gen, but they're like, oh, okay, you know, can I really afford this? Is that really like, can I budget for this? And you know, is that the right thing for me to do? And look, I get it. Getting into solar, or if you've been door knocking, or maybe getting into solar thinking about door knocking, I know it sucks, all right? I mean, there might be some of you out there that are freaks and love door knocking, but I know that most people that are door knocking hate it, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, all right? That's admirable that you hate doing something and you're still going out there and doing it because you're that type of person. You're an overachiever, and you want to do whatever it takes to get to your destination and to reach your goals. So congrats. But there is an easier way, okay? Now, I do have something to say though. Lead generation is not free. As much as everyone's like to call it free, and we'll do this and we'll do that for free, it's not free, okay? If you want to come to and work with a company like ourselves that have been around, know solar lead gen very well, okay, and are gonna literally multiply your money that you're gonna spend in ads. I'm gonna show you in a sec how we do that exactly. And it's gonna cost you some money. But the thing is, it's not that much in the grand scheme of things, all right? And I want to paint a picture for you right now on the board so you can understand exactly what I mean, all right? This is honestly one of the most asked questions I get when I do calls, all right? And yes, I still get on calls. So if you want to know more about what we do or our lead gen program, schedule below and I'll make sure I'll hook you up, all right? So the first thing I want to go over is, look, you need to have in mind how many deals or how many deals and what your goal is, like monetary wise, meaning like how much money you want to make for the year, for the month, doesn't matter. Let's say it's for the month. Let's say you want to make 50 grand, okay? Let's say you want to make 50 grand. So if you want to make 50 grand, because a lot of people say, how much is it to start in lead gen? And I'm like, that's like asking how much does a car cost? Well, there's cars that are like 1,000 and there's cars like 100,000 and beyond. So it depends on what your goal is, what you want out of life, okay? Some people might be okay with a $1,000 car. And some people might be like, dude, I can't drive that beat up shit. Like I want the good, all right? I want a freaking Lamborghini. I want G-Wagon. Do you know what? So it's really down on what you want out of life. I've seen ton of people that are perfectly okay in sales with making 10 to 15 grand. That's fine. That's whatever, right? But if you, let's say for easy math's sake, your goal is to make 50 G's, okay? No, I'd say, actually, let's start a little bit lower. Let's say your goal is to make 25 grand, okay? 25 grand, right here. That's your goal, all right? I'm gonna write it down, goal. That's your goal for the month, all right? And let's say, I've said this in other videos, but I'm gonna say it again. It's anywhere between 200 to about 800 or even less, but let's say 800. 800, that is your CPA. And for anyone who doesn't know what CPA stands for, in marketing and sales, that is what your cost per acquisition of a system closed. This right here is system closed. Closed deal. Right here, okay? Closed deal. I want to be 100%, transparent about everything. So it usually costs people this is just the marketing side, all right? So it costs them anywhere between $200 to $800, and there's a lot of things involved in this. There is market, I'm gonna break that down in a sec, all right? But there's a lot of things involved when it comes to that. What's the difference between $200 and $800? I'll explain later. But that's what it costs you to get a deal closed. And let's say for every single deal, again, easy math's sake, let's say you totally screw it up and you only make $5,000 a deal. I'm gonna be running off of worst case scenarios here, guys. I'm not gonna be doing because actually a closed deal can get you anywhere between 5, or it should at least, anywhere between 5 to about, I would say, 10 grand, okay? You can make a lot more than 10 grand, but again, for easy math's sake, I'm gonna do 5 to 10. That's on every closed deal right here, okay? Now, again, we're gonna work based off of worst case scenario. So let's say for every $800, you make $5,000 in profit. That is what is it? I'm not good at math, so hence why I didn't pass school. I didn't really. So anyway, let's make this 1,000. All right, let's make this 1,000 because it's easier and I don't have to work my pea brain that hard. So let's say for every $1,000, $1K, that's your CPA right there. You make $5,000, all right? That is 1 to 5. So this means if you have a machine that prints money, for every $1, you would make $5 back. No questions asked. You would make $5 back. And I usually say to people this on the call. I'm like, if you knew you had a money printing machine that you could get a 5x, at least 5x return on investment, how much would you invest? And they're like, well, I'll invest as much money as I have. I'll sell my house and I put everything into ads. Well, exactly. That's how it works. There's predictability when you're doing marketing. Okay, let me just check. I would hate to see that my mic's not recording, but it is, so we're good. All right, so now this is obviously the 800, and this is $800. Like I'm talking about worst case scenario, okay? And a lot of people are like, what is the CPA really? What is that like? How do you work out if it's going to cost me $200, or how do I work out if it's going to cost me $800? All right, there's a few things that you need to know. All right, and that is going to be the CPA right here. Okay, the CPA. This is down to two things: area. Why? Because in the area, there's competition. All right? And then number 2, skill. Why do I say skill? Because the way you sell, your percentage of closing, okay? Your skill, meaning like how much do you follow up with people? Like how do you squeeze? You're given lemons. How do you squeeze? Do you squeeze your lemons like to the last drop? Or do you like leave half of it there? So that's what it comes down to. your cost per acquisition in marketing, in ads, it's gonna come down to area, where do you advertise, and because of competition, obviously, and then number 2, skills, all right? So to sum it up, guys, like what you would need in terms of ad spend to go into marketing for yourself, I would say is anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000. And let me tell you why. Because when you're starting off a new campaign, for example, what we do is we'll launch multiple ads and in the area that you want to advertise, and then in a certain period of time, let's say 3 to 5 days, we cut out the losing ones and we scale the ones that have the most potential, which means the ones that are giving you the highest ROI. And we kill the ones that are not producing, that are basically just wasting money. So your cost per acquisition to begin with may be a little bit higher than that. So you want to make sure that you get at least 2 to 4 deals when you're first starting out. 2 to 4 deals just to get the ball rolling, okay? So I hope this video made sense to you. If it didn't, make sure you leave a comment. Or if it did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, all right? So we can boost it up. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do by clicking the link down below or the one to the side right here. And if you're thinking about growing your solar business, or you want to get into solar, but you don't know what to do, you're like, dude, I heard about the great commissions in solar, but I am still like not sure where do I need to start? Schedule a call down below. The link will be in the description box below, all right? So schedule a call down below. It's gonna be either myself or somebody on my team, and we'll explain to you exactly what you need to do step by step without giving you the promised land and selling you the dream, all right? Because we hate doing that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content of this video. Again, if you did, give it a thumbs up. And till next time, I'll see you again on the next video. Take care.